Guys, I want to thank you so much for being out here this morning. Teachers, thank you for giving up just a little bit of your time. We thought it was very important that we take this time and remember. Every so often, a day happens that changes the course of history. For past generations, that was D-Day or that was Pearl Harbor Day. Days that changed the way America does things. And 17 years ago, that happened. For most of you, you weren't born yet. For a lot of you, you're going to read about it in your history books. But this morning, we want to take time and say thank you to the people that changed the face of America on September 11th, 2001. That was the first responders. These men and women are trained every day to, when disaster strikes, the natural reaction is to run and to flee and to find safety. These people train every day to run the opposite direction. They run right towards the danger. They ran right into those buildings. They ran right towards the fire, the explosions, and they risked their lives. Many of them gave up their lives that day to protect people they didn't even know. And so this morning we want to take just a few minutes to say thank you to the Eastland County first responders. They are here. So at this time, if you would give a round of applause to all of our first responders. Ladies get thanked for what they do, especially in today's society. At this time, I've asked Hailee Stacy to come read a poem. So if you want to go and make your way up here. What we do ask is after the national anthem, when this is over and we all proceed back to class, we're asking that we take a moment and just have a moment. And so we're asking for you to go back to class silently. We're going to leave this area without talking. We're going to leave the hill. Save your talking and discussion until you get back to the classroom. Thank you.
On a crisp Tuesday morning with the sun shining bright, who could know that we would soon behold such a sight? All our ears heard the rumble, all our eyes in a stare at the vision of horror so high up in the air. Could this just be a mishap, just a tragic mistake? One could actually feel the very ground shake. Clear the streets, step aside, the police must get through, and the fire trucks wailing fully loaded with crews. Then to everyone's utter amazement and shock, Yet another explodes just past 9 o'clock. People fled, women cried, thousands ran for their lives. How could any come through this? How could any survive? And the bravest and finest charged to save those in need. We would soon know their valor, and they hurried as they honored their creeds. Then when none of us felt it could get any worse, the first tower succumbed and came crashing to earth. Thousands glued to the tube, disbelief in their hearts. As the second gave way, then it just fell apart. Those poor souls and their loved ones and their rescuers too, to our utter dismay, there came even worse news. The events that transpired on that day, what a pity, were not to take place just within New York City. Our great Pentagon structure was to suffer the hell and the loss of so many who had served us so well. As we soon all would learn of a Flight 93, all alone in the air where no cameras could see. They charged and they fought in a quest for control. Those brave souls gave their lives as they shouted, "Let's roll." Now the time since that day has flown by very fast. It's now been years ago since that very first blast. We've exacted some justice, more to come I'm sure, and no matter the trials we will surely endure. As a land and a people, we're still strong and upright, but the battle's not over and our troops must still fight. Let us honor the fallen both at home and abroad, and their service and courage we still duly applaud. And we think of the loved ones living on every day with the hurt and the ache that just won't go away. So as we take pause to remember and pray, let us also take time to give thanks on this day. May we always be brave, may our land be restored. Keep us safe in your hands, we pray now, O dear Lord. Now to Mr. Cox with the National Anthem.
Dodger game.